Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I'm Alma. I am a Glow enthusiast and solar professional. I'm part of the Glow community and wanted to just do a recap of how last week it did for the Glow protocol with the current 5 systems on the protocol. Before I dive into that, let me just explain some of the words I'm going to be using. So, carbon credits. A carbon credit is the representation of 1 ton of CO2, either being sequestered from the atmosphere or prevented from entering the atmosphere. In the situation, in the circumstance of Glow protocol, that is going to be 1 ton of CO2 that was prevented from entering the atmosphere via the use of solar panels. The other thing I'm going to be talking about is a protocol fee. Protocol fee is the calculation of 10 years of solar revenue that a solar system would produce. That is going to be based on the system size and the cost of power in the area that the system is installed. So a protocol fee is required to be paid up front to participate in the Glow protocol and participate in producing carbon credits. And the other thing is the Glow protocol has 2 ways of bringing revenue into the protocol to reward people for producing carbon credits. One is the protocol fee that I had mentioned, and then the second is selling the tokens on a bonding curve. So as tokens are being sold on a bonding curve, each token costs more than the previous token, and it's a set number that's already predetermined. The first token sold on the bonding curve was 30 cents, and the last token that will be sold will be for $1,228.80. They double every million tokens, and there's 12 million tokens total. So when the Glow protocol had its guarded launch on December 17th, they sold significantly more tokens, I think, than anybody anticipated. And so the cash pool for rewarding people for producing carbon credits is pretty significant. And that will pay out for the next 4 years. So all the money that comes in to the protocol in a week via the protocol fees or bonding curve income is then pulled up and divided out into 192 payments after a 16-week grace period. So the other way, the other thing is the tokens. So you can get tokens in a few ways. One is, of course, install a solar system and get it on the protocol. And then you're awarded tokens based on what that protocol fee is and what that weekly payment is. The other way is, of course, buying tokens off the bonding curve that I have mentioned. And then you could also just get tokens off of Uniswap. So the Glow token is currently being traded on Uniswap. So if you have any questions or want me to do a deep dive into any of these topics, just reach out to me. I'm happy to do that. So let me just go over how the first 5 systems did on the protocol. I just bought this trusty new laser pointer. So the first, that's kind of hard to see actually. It's okay. I've got a backup laser pointer. This is my backup laser pointer. This is an analog laser pointer. Okay, so here's the first 5 systems on the protocol. Here is their protocol fees that they paid in, and then divide these by 192, and these are the weekly payments, the weekly transfers that transfer from this amount into the protocol each week. The protocol runs on a 1-week cycle that ends on Saturday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So 1-week cycle. So this is the cash that went into the protocol last week, which came to a total of $580. And this is the number that determines how many tokens everyone gets. So the protocol minted 175,000 tokens last week. Divide that by $580, and everyone received 301.72 tokens per dollar that went in from their farm. So last week, this solar farm received 57,629 tokens, 16,000 tokens, 64,000 tokens, 20,000 tokens, 15,000 tokens. So this adds up to 175,000. And to put that into perspective, the token is currently being traded on Uniswap for $2.41. So $2.41. So this is great. And as more solar farms come online, of course, these numbers will go down because there's more farms to divide the 175,000 up into. And then the bonding curve that I had discussed earlier, this is the amount of cash that the bonding curve currently has from selling the tokens at the guarded launch. So this also gets dispersed over for your period after the 16-week grace period. So that total is $15,781 that will be put in weekly to award people for producing carbon credits. So the total last week would be $16,363. And then over here is how many carbon credits were produced. So this first system produced a 0.2139 carbon credits, 0.0728, 0.2831, 0.091, 0.0506. So we add these together. This is the total number of carbon credits produced last week from these 5 farms. So the 16-week grace period isn't up yet, so they're not receiving this cash reward yet. But as soon as that occurs, then they'll start receiving this. So this is what they would be getting. We take the number here, the cash amount available for rewards, and divide it by the number of carbon credits produced. So $16,363 divided by 0.7114. So last week, Protocol would be paying $23,001 per carbon credit produced. So we take that number and times it by this number, and this is the cash rewards that these farms would be receiving for producing carbon credits. So pretty great numbers. Pretty excited about this. As more farms come online, then this number should go down, and as more carbon credits are sold on the bonding curve, then this number should go up. This number would consistently go down as more farms come online. So it looks fantastic. I think it's really a real game changer. I think that the Glow token entire concept was to create an additional incentive for people that normally wouldn't go solar to go solar, and I think they really know that. So I'm going to try to have another update next week on how it did next week, but this looks great. If anyone has any questions, reach out. Other than that, have a good day.